So hello and good morning from where I am. This is Monday morning for me. I am pre-recording the class because Sasha actually has got COVID now, bless her. So I'm covering all Sasha's classes this week and I haven't got time to be able to do this live on the Tuesday night. My hair is damp, I've just washed it, so it's going to expand as the class goes on. So that's going to be fun. So you're going to need some weights today. I've got 2 kilo weights. Is that upside down? Yes, it is. 2 kilogram weights. I also have some 3s with me, but I probably won't use them. You do need quite low weights, so 1s, 2s, water bottles, tins of beans, whatever you've got small and handy. The stabilising muscles tend to respond to lower weights over a long period of time, whereas the outer kind of, chunky muscles that we think of as the main sort of shoulder muscles, they respond to bigger weights. But we're looking at stability, not this kind of overall strength. If you try and do this class with big weights, you will basically die in the nicest possible way. Okay, make sure you are in a safe, appropriate area for exercise. You can actually do this class without weights at all. I mean, it is Pilates. You'll recognise a lot of the exercises as the ones we normally do, just with slight variations. But yeah, if you're not sure of something, if it's painful, do not do things that hurt. If you're not sure about something because it just feels a bit wonky and not right for you, in a recorded class especially, you can't ask me questions, so please, have the sense to stop anything you're not sure of. Okay, I will be checking my notes. So if you see me checking my notebook, I'm just working out what the next exercise is and what we're doing. Let's do it. So still starting the same with the usual, just kind of getting your head into Pilates mode. So you might want to just rest your head on your arms or hug your thighs, relax your back muscles. And just breathing nice and slow into the lower half of the rib cage. So you know the drill, we're trying to get the lower half of the ribs to move, the lower half of the lungs to inflate, breathing in through the nose. And breathing out through the mouth. Inhale to the ribs through the nose. And breathing out through the mouth. And I still find it very helpful to feel my lower ribs with my hands. You don't have to, but just feeling them expanding wide and back, really below the shoulder blade region. On the exhale, start to push the air out. Use your abs, and the abs are hollowing in, which in turn pushes the air out of your body. And as you exhale, those abs are hollowing in, pushing the air out. Just roll your way to your tall sitting position, lengthening up to the ceiling. The top of the head is lifting to the ceiling, and we are in a neutral spine alignment. So rib cage is straight above the pelvis here. You're lifted tall. As always, I think it helps if you just wiggle a bit. You can feel your 2 sit bones. The tailbone and pubic bone join the dots. Those 4 bones make a square, and there's your pelvic floor in between that square, basically. So as you breathe out, the abs are hollowing and the pelvic floor is pulling up away from the ground. So inhale to the ribs. Exhale, abs and pelvic floor are working. While we're here, try breathing in, little shrug with the shoulders. Breathing out, feel the shoulder blades locate. So abs are pulling in, pelvic floor's pulling in, the shoulders are sliding down, and the shoulder blades grip against the back of the rib cage. So we're not shoving them down as far as possible. That's as bad as, having them too high. We want them just right in the middle. So breathing out, shoulders slide down, neck lengthens, and feel the shoulder blades stabilize and grip. One more. And once everything's kind of squeezed into place, just a few of these, keeping the collarbones nice and wide. You can exhale, scoop the abs, draw the pelvic floor in and slide forwards. Inhale to pause, feel the lower ribs expand, and exhale to roll back up. We'll just do 2 more of those. So just getting a little bit of movement into the spine. And breathing out to roll up. 1 more. Try and match your breath to the movement. So sometimes the breath will be slower, sometimes it'll be faster. And from here, just playing around with the J-curve. Remember, the J-curve comes from the pelvis. So the spinal column connects into the pelvis. And as you exhale, scoop the abs, draw in the pelvic floor. You're tucking through the tailbone and lifting up. So my upper body and shoulders aren't really part of this movement. Just the pelvis tucks and lift. Sometimes the analogy is imagine a bowl of water tipping. Water falls out the back and back up. The C-curve, Tuck in the tailbone, scoop those abs, the entire spine curves round. My back doesn't do anything, but you know I'm trying. And inhale, pull tall. We'll just do 2 more of those. I'm going to scooch backwards a little bit. So I'm breathing out to tuck the tailbone, allow it to roll into the C curve. On the next one, we'll curl back down towards the mat. So breathing out, abs are pulling in, pelvic floor's pulling up. Roll your way down. Make sure your weights are nearby so you can grab hold of them in a moment. And we are down to the mat. Just going into the hip release before we start. So again, it's just drawing awareness to that core stability. So I want my knees bent, feet flat on the floor, in line with the pelvis and hip bones. Hip bones and pubic bone are level in a neutral position, which should leave the lower back fairly relaxed and slightly curved off the floor. Chest bone and rib cage should be sitting same height as pelvis. And just for 3 each way, starting with one side, the leg drops to the side as you inhale. I slide the side of the foot forwards, twisting the knee back into the center, and exhale, dragging the heel in. 2 more. So it's all about core stability, and core stability isn't just the strength, it's the awareness as well, knowing whether things are wobbling, whether they're behaving themselves. And it's interesting when you see someone that genuinely can't feel if they're all over the place. Inhale forwards, exhale, twist the knee to center and drag back. So I've done 3 changing directions. Inhale, leg to center, same leg, sliding the heel forwards, and exhale, dragging the heel back in. Try and make sure that your foot kind of remains fairly heavy on the mat. It does depend on the texture of your mat, really. But try not to lift it. This is supposed to be relaxing the hip socket. The second your leg lifts, the hip socket kind of grips, the hip flexors grip. Change sides. So inhale, side of the foot forwards, and exhale, bring it back. Try and keep the opposing leg still, the one that's not moving now. Genuinely shouldn't be moving. I just noticed mine wobbling a little bit, so I need to just tighten up my awareness, tighten up the muscles. Once you've done 3, change directions. So the goal is that the leg is kind of twisting around, the hip socket and the muscles surrounding it are sort of relaxing. But of course, everything else is working overtime. The pelvic floor, the lower abs are all really holding that pelvis, and therefore the lower back nice and stable. Last one. So you can do this without anything in your hands, but if you want to use your weights, or if you have weights, now's your time to grab them. Okay. So from here, the arms are straight up above your head. Just be aware of shoulder positioning. My shoulder blades are more or less flat against the upper back here. Maybe nod the chin slightly, just align the neck to lengthen. And all we're going to do, not too far back, because I want to maintain that connection of the upper abs holding the rib cage. But I'm just going to scissor one arm backwards, one arm forwards. About here is where I'm comfortable. Maybe you're going further, maybe you're going less. But I feel like any further back with my arm, I'm going to lose the connection of the rib cage and the shoulders. So exhale, the arms open. Inhale up. Exhale, the arms open. So we're alternating that scissor movement. Now you should be able to feel the back of your head, the area between the shoulder blades, and the tailbone nice and heavy on the ground. I'm going to do 4 more. And 3 more. So keep checking in that you're not overstretching. I think with the weights, it just makes you a little bit more aware of the muscles that are working. And last one. Oh, last 2, sorry. There. Okay, now right leg only. Lifting that right leg off the ground. Carrying on with my scissor motion. Breathing out, the leg goes forwards as the arms scissor. Changing hands, breathing out. So the leg goes forwards, the arms are scissoring the other way. We're doing 10. So there's 3, exhale out, inhale in, and 4, 5, 6, and of course I'm conscious of keeping the pelvis still. I'm hoping it's not wobbling. 8, 9, whew. And last one, 10. Change sides. So I'm just going to pause for a moment as I place one foot down and switch. 1, and 2. So again, maybe you're going slower than me, maybe you're going faster. Check in. Everything else should be holding stable. There might be a low amount of tension through the abs and the pelvic floor, just keeping things in place, but really everything should feel fairly comfortable. The main effort is really surrounding the shoulder blades. I think that's 6. I should have been counting and I wasn't. 7, 8 even. I can't count today. 9. And 10. Yay! And put that foot down. Place your hands down. 1, then the other. Let's just move into our shoulder bridge, the warm-up version. So you want to keep the pelvis nice and neutral. Moving through to imprint, however. So the pelvis tilts, the lower abs tilt the pelvis, the upper abs close the ribs, and the lower back is lengthening. Clench your butt and start to really send the tailbone forwards, round, and gradually it will lift up. Inhale to pause, my feet are hip width pointing forwards, and exhale to roll your way down. So I'm quite stiff this morning. I've just done half an hour's HIIT training followed by a quick shower. Oh, and I can feel all those muscles are just a little bit stiff and achy. Inhale, pause at the top, and exhale, rolling it down. Let's do 3 more. I'm just going to see where we're going next. So breathing out, imprint first. Be really conscious of the positions. Neutral, then imprint, then clench your bum and curl round further. Inhale to pause. Exhale to roll down. 2 more. And last one. So I'm just trying to decipher my notes because I wrote this class quite a long time ago. Oh. So the rotator cuffs, the clue's in the name, they rotate the shoulder joint. So this movement my arm is making right now, this is the rotator cuffs making this movement, and they are responsible not only for rotation but literally for holding the arm in the socket. That's their function. So again, I've got my weights, my arms are basically 90 degrees, they go out to the side and back in, easy. So the elbows more or less stay put, out to the side. They probably won't fully flatten to the floor, they might, mine aren't, but that's okay. So exhale to bring it in, inhale to open the door, exhale to bring it in, inhale to open the door. Now, I'm going to just nod the chin slightly here, lengthening the back of the neck. And we kind of know from our standard Pilates that these little head nods are the start of the ab curl. So, here we go. Exhale, head nod, and lift. Inhale, open, and lower. And inhale, down. And give me 4 more. So the pelvis is staying neutral at the moment. It's the upper back or thoracic spine that's doing the lift. 2 more. And last one. From here, take those arms straight to the ceiling. This time I'm just going to go backwards, hoping I don't hit anything, and up to the ceiling. So same thing, start to be aware of the rib cage placement. As my arms go back, it's really asking the ribs to lift, and I'm trying to keep that connection of rib cage and upper abs, and of course the shoulder blades, trying not to shrug. So again, I'm quite happy here with 2 kilo weights. I feel like much heavier and I would lose my technique. Adding a little ab curl to this one. So you could just do the arms, of course, not everyone likes ab curls, but nodding the chin, I'm going to breathe out and actually tuck. Breathing in to come back down. Exhale, elbows tuck. Inhale, bring it down. Feel the shoulder blades connecting to the back of the rib cage. Now I'm combining both of the last exercises. Here it comes. Have a look if you need to. Breathing out, lift and tuck. Stay in the tuck. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, down. Inhale down. Bit of pelvic floor with it. Let's do 4 more. Shoulder blades are off the floor here. And 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. So you've got to be careful not to overdo it with those arms. Moving into circles. So now bringing the arms round, wide and tuck. So it's going to go up, round, circle and tuck. Let's just do 2 more. Up, back, circle, arms, bend. And last one, up, back. And I'm going to add the ab curl here. So I come down, arms go back, circle and tuck. 4 more. Oops. 3 more. Inhale back. Exhale, bring it up. 2 more. And last one. Now changing directions. In fact, let me just check my notes. I think there's slightly more here first. Yep, hang on, I'm going to... don't change directions yet. We got some little shrugs. I absolutely love this exercise. I'm going to move because I keep having to steer past the bed behind me. Okay, so the arms are on a slight diagonal. And this one I think really helps you feel that connection to the shoulder blades at the back of the rib cage. See if you can kind of send the arms in a mini shrug. So I'm reaching the arms up. The arms are lengthening. And then bring them back down on this slight diagonal. So up and down. Let's go for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Whew. And last one. Try right hand for 3. So just the right arm 1. I'm struggling to keep this diagonal position. And 3, and then changing sides. So again, my shoulders, as I ramble around quite a lot, my shoulders are quite unstable, so it's quite challenging for me to keep this in position. And now we change direction. So exhale, circle. Take it wide and bring it up. 4 more. Exhale, circle. So you definitely don't want heavy weights to be doing this sort of movement for an hour, really. The arms are going to be part of all of these exercises. And of course the rib cage and pelvis are maintaining neutral. And there is my last one. Let's pop it down and I will just check what's next. I did read through these notes several times before we started. Ooh, okay. This one's quite an interesting one. So I've got one arm tucked in. The other arm, the one near the camera, is going to lengthen out. Come up to the ceiling. And tuck. So it's just a nice little movement. Again, think about how the rotator cuff works. Rotation, extension, up and back. Rotation, extension, up and back. Let's go for 10, so that's 2. And 3. Oh, 4 even. I can't count. 5. As you know, I normally count on my fingers, but because I'm gripping these weights, I can't count on my fingers today and it's leaving me very, very lost. I think this is 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Change sides, of course. So it rolls out, extend, straight, bring it up and down. Out, straight, up. So think about the rotator cuff, twisting, extending, oh, and then the pec brings it in. This is 4, I believe. There's 6, and 7 and 8 and 9, phew, and 10. Phew, yeah, definitely feeling these right now. Okay, so I believe we are turning over. Let me just double check. Yes, we are. So if you turn onto your front, basically it's the upper back warm-ups. So have your weights handy. Some of this you won't need weights for this particular set of exercises, but I've got them each side of me. So let's do the basic one first. You've got your knees facing straight down to the floor, abs are pulled in slightly, just conscious of the connection ribcage to hip bones. And you know the exercise, so we'll go straight into it. Breathing in, the shoulder blades just glide back, the upper torso or upper back bends, leaving the lowest ribs on the ground, and breathing out to come back down. So we'll try 5 of these. Shoulders slide back, inhale, bring it up, and exhale, bring it down. Try not to over arch your neck. I feel like maybe I am arching my neck a little bit far today. I'm not sure, I can't tell past all this hair. 2 more. And the last one. Okay. So, with or without the weight, and I suspect this one's going to be quite hard going with the weight, I've just got one hand here. Basically breathing in, lift and send the elbow back. Staying on the same hand. 2 more, so inhale, lift, elbow pushes back. And last one. Now we can make it a little bit harder if we want to by straightening the arm. So I can inhale, lift, straighten, exhale, lower. And 2. So I think even empty-handed, this one is quite a nice little exercise. And last one. And of course, let's change sides. Whew. So breathing in, I just push the elbow back initially. I'm not sure if you can see this hand on screen, but just keeping the elbow bent, pushing it back. And then with the extension, so you can always carry on with the bent arm, or you can inhale, lift, straighten the weight back, exhale, lower. And last one. Again, with or without weight, I've got hands by sides, so it's the same one we normally do. And I've just stacked my weights upwards. But from here, pushing the knees straight, scooping the abs, breathing in, the shoulders squeeze, the upper back lifts, legs slightly lift, arms slightly lift, and exhale down. So it's variation 2. Feel free to do it with empty hands. Inhale, shoulders slide back, squeeze, knees straighten, lift. Try and keep the lower back out of the movement, and exhale, lower. You'll notice that my legs are not lifting particularly high. It's more just enough to engage the glutes, the butt muscles. And there's 3, 4 even. Inhale up. Exhale down, last one. And then you can let go of your weights for a moment and just curl back over your heels. Whew, give your back a chance to relax for a second. Where are we going next? Yes. Bring it up. So the next exercise seems to crop up a lot in all these Pilates trainings that I go to. It's not one that is in like the initial repertoire that I know of, but it is a nice exercise. So again, I was just practicing these before the class. 2 kilograms in each hand is absolutely plenty. If anything, it's quite a lot. So you might even want to use one weight for this. So I want to start a kneeling position, and I'm in neutral, and I've always found kneeling up in neutral quite tricky for me anyway. My back naturally wants to do this. So I've got to clench my butt, scoop my abs, just to stack the rib cage and pelvis. Okay, so arms are together. The upper back is going to very slightly go into an extension, so the arms lift and my upper back does bend up a little bit. Not so far that you're out of control, but then really scoop the abs, tuck your tailbone and round and we're coming down. It's quite pleasant, I quite like it. You do feel quite quite a lot of muscles working. So inhale, extend slightly, exhale, pull it down. And really feel like you're, I don't know, pulling on a rope. I don't know if you've ever seen bell ringers, that real pull downwards. That's what we're trying to get here. And 4, 5. So try and scoop again, it's never obvious. 6 on my abs, on my back, sorry if I'm scooping. 7, 8, 9, little extension at the top. Now we're going to do it to the side, working into the obliques. So I'm going to go 1 to the side, and up. 2, and up. Changing sides. 3, 4, 5. I think you do need a little bit of weight to this one to get the swing motion. Whew. 8, 9. Last one. 10. I'm not sure how well that one works empty-handed. Oh, I am out of breath now. My goodness. Have a lay down, folks. Okay. So this one's quite pleasant. It's one that I've started bringing into the class quite regularly because I just really like it. With the arms holding the weights, it just gives you a slight bit more balance because your arms are kind of weighed down slightly. That's all they're for. You don't actually need them at all. Okay, so into some twists. Imprint the spine, scoop the abs, check your abs don't jump as you lift the first leg and the second leg. So we have done this quite a few times now. As you breathe in, twist to the side, and the bottom leg, so if I'm twisting left, the bottom leg is the left leg, goes forwards. Exhale, center. Bottom leg forwards, and exhale, center. And allow yourself, I'm just going to move slightly, allow yourself to really get a good twist with this. Trying to keep your shoulders on the floor, but your rib cage and most of the spine is going to be part of it. And then depending on space, and I don't really have the space right now without moving again, you can straighten the top leg as well. So exhale, center, inhale, twist. And I don't really have the space, so I'm going to keep the top leg bent. And let's go for 4 more. Oh, and 3. And 2. And last one. Oh, hi. Okay, placing 1 foot down, staying in imprint. 2nd foot down, staying in imprint. And bring you into a sitting position. Onto rolling like a ball. Now I find this one's actually nice. It's easier with weights. I will have to just move a bit so I don't start whacking the furniture with my weights. Trying to strategically figure out the best position to do this without hitting anything. Okay. So your bog standard rolling like a ball. Again, remember all these are just variations on exercises we know. We're in a balance, you tuck the tailbone, roll your way back and bounce back up to a balance. If it's not for you, you can simply sit and stretch and that would be fine as well if you feel like that works better for you. Okay, so the arms circle, just got to remember which direction to circle them, just checking my notes. It doesn't actually say, but I've got a pretty good idea where they go. So I'm in my balance, inhale, tuck the tailbone, the arms go wide, and exhale, they'll pull you back up to balance. Oof. And I am just going to try the other way with the... Okay, yeah, I think I got the arms the wrong way around, I'm sorry about that. So arms go back as we go back. Whew, and we balance here. I'm just going to do 3 more, again, I'm trying not to hit anything. Inhale back. And the weight sort of should draw you back to the beginning. And last one. Here's where it gets interesting. So I'm going to extend one leg as I go back. Phew, I'm sweating here. Let's do 1 more each side. Oh my goodness. And then, I'm just going to take a break, so it's killing me. Then we can try same arm and leg. Now when we're working one side of the body, it's going to put you slightly off balance, which is good. It's meaning that the muscles surrounding the spine are trying to stop you from twisting and going off balance. So it gives us a little bit extra to think about. My brain is almost exploding. So I'm going right arm back, right leg forwards, and we're up. Left arm back, left leg forwards, and we're up. So my technique ain't great, but I'm trying here, and it is quite fun. I'm going to do one more each side because I like it. Woo! I'm all over the place. And last one. Whew. Hours of fun. Oh my goodness. Spine twists. So again, you can go empty-handed if you prefer. So I'm starting with the legs bent. It's another one that I've brought into class quite a lot because I do really like this exercise, even without weights. If I'm turning right, my left leg flexes and goes forwards. So we're here. It's a bow and arrow arm position. You can have knuckles facing up or knuckles, whatever feels nicest. So I've just got to remember this. Yes, the arm and legs straight at the same time. 1 and 2 in. Yeah, changing sides. That's 4. Let's make it up to 10 and 5. I make that 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, I feel like I need to do one more for good luck. I suspect I counted wrong there. Oh, phew. And there it is. So, where are we going next? Oh, single leg stretches. Yay. Okay, so if you want to lay on your back, the single leg stretch legs is the same we know all the time. It's a static hold with the arms. Feel free to go empty-handed if you're getting tired or your shoulders are not happy. You can even leave your head on the floor, but here's where, again, we should be. So pelvic floor's pulling in, lower abs are pulling in, tilt the pelvis, close the ribs to imprint, and lift. Okay, I'm going to go into an ab curl with the arms slightly overhead. We're doing 10 in this position with the legs. So I'm going and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now carry on, but arms go wide and we go 10. Elbows are soft here. 9, 8, even 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come down, take a little break because we're doing it all again. So 10 with the arms slightly overhead, 10 with the arms out in a T shape, shoulder blades off the ground so you are in a mini curl, and keep those elbows soft. You don't want to be hanging weights out on locked elbows. Ready for round 2? Yes, you are. Okay, let's do it. Head nod. Up we go. Inhale, prepare, and 1 and 2. 5, keep the shoulder blades engaged. 8, 9, and 10. Wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Neck is relaxed here as best it can. Staying in imprint. Down to the floor. And down. Woo! Okay, shoulder bridges. So, we're going to bend one leg over the other and open it wide. Arms are going to the ceiling here. Basically, the shoulder bridge lifts. I'm going to actively try and open the knee wider and take the arms into a V before coming back down, yeah? So, let's go for 5 of these because there's quite a lot to get through. So, I'm breathing out to lift to the V and into lower. Don't forget to add the leg, I forgot that. So, the knee opens, the arms open. Inhale down, still maintaining a neutral with the spine if you can. And 5. Okay, this time we're going up. The arms straight to the ceiling, legs straight to the ceiling. So it's going to go 1. The leg folds and comes down. 2. 3. We're going to hold number 5. 4. And and hold. 5. Now leg goes down and up. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it to 5. 4 and 5. Fold it back in. Woo! And back down. Let's do it all again. Same leg. Yay! So arms to a V, leg opens. Here we go. 1 and down. Arm and the legs to the ceiling. 3. 2 more. 4. Hold at the top. 5. Down and up. 1. I find this one the hardest. 2. Keep the hips lifted. 3. And 4. If I'm slipping, I apologise. And 5. Cross and back down. Woo! And let's change sides. Oh my goodness. So arms to a V. Again, empty hands if your arms are starting to get sore or your neck or whatever. Let's do it. So open the knee actively. V. And 2. And 3. And 5. Arms to the ceiling, leg to the ceiling. 1. Cross. 2. Try and get that shoulder bridge nice and high with the neutral. And 4. And 5. Hold it down and up. 1. And 2. 4. And 5. And back down. Woo! This is working me today. Ready to do it again? Let's do it again. Here we go. Legs to the V. Arms to the V. 1. Open the knee. So actively just let that leg drop as the knee opens a little bit. And 3. And 4. And 5. Straight up to the ceiling. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Hold it here, down and up. 1 and up. 2. 3. And 5. Whew. All right. So just a little piriformis stretch while we're here. So that's the little rotation muscle in the side of the hip. Lift the bottom leg off the ground. Now, you can always come into a crunch if you can't reach to grab the back of the thigh, or you can leave your head down, whatever feels best. But just pull that leg in and really rotate this leg open. You can physically push it with your hand if you want, and maybe you want to straighten this leg if it makes a difference. That's up to you. Let's see where we're going next. Okay, good. Let's change sides. So bottom leg lift, you can always crunch up just to be able to grab the back of the thigh, pulling it in there, opening this leg. Oh, that's nice. And you can always straighten the top leg if you feel like that's nice. And then you can release all that off. I am just going to come towards the camera for a second to check the time. Yes. Okay, if you turn onto your front, onto our back bend. So any Pilates class should involve some back bends at some point. We don't need weights for this, it is just the normal swan dive. So taking the feet a little bit wider than the body, rolling the knees and feet into a turnout. You want your hands in line with your ears. You're on that little connection, so it's just an awareness really, the abs just holding. They're not sucking in for dear life, they're just there. All right, lengthen. So the top of the head pulls forward, the neck lengthens. Try not to shrug the shoulders, press your chest forwards as you peel off the ground and just enjoy this one because it's nice and easy. Inhale at the top and exhale to roll your way down. Inhale at the bottom, breathing out, lengthen and lift. Should find your bum clenched at the top and that's fine. And exhale, rolling it down. 3 more here. And 2 more. And last one. Going into the heel squeeze in a moment. So you can rest your head on your hands, or not, you can just rest your head on the floor if that feels nicer. Heels together. So I've made a diamond, my knees are kind of sticking out sideways, heels are together. Try and really isolate your bum muscles, so just 10 times, squeeze the heels together, the legs lift just slightly and lower. This shouldn't be going into the lower back, you can literally feel it if you want to. To be honest, you should notice if your lower back muscles are tensing anyway. My top tip is to kind of scoop the abs and almost feel like you're slightly rounding the spine to imprint, even though the reality is you're not moving. This is 4, breathing out, so if you lift too high, no matter how brilliant you are, your back muscles are going to come into this. This should be pure glutes. Make it a real slow, gradual squeeze and a slow, gradual release. This is number 7, I think. Still aware of abs and pelvic floor working. 8. I know that one side of my butt is stronger than the other, so notice if maybe one side feels like it's clenching more. And last one, squeeze, and 10. Whew, from there, curl back over your heels. Oh, everything's clicking. And just actively round your way up for a second. Let's just add a nice little stretch while we're here. So just walk your hands across to one side. If my hands are going right, my ribs push left. I love this stretch. Back to centre, rounding your way up. And just walk your hands across to the other side and push the ribs the opposite way. So I might need to keep just looking at my notes for the next sequence. It is a nice set of exercises, but there's quite a lot of little variations we need to get through. So we're going into the side bends. So I've got my little weight here. You could do this empty-handed. It's going to be 10 of everything, which that's going to be hard going, I think. Okay, so it's going to be a lift, kind of here. Try and get your elbow straight underneath your shoulders so you're not on any weird angles. And I'm actually going to start in this position. Now the leg goes down and the elbow tucks in. There's 1, 2, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now freeze. The arm goes over and pull, over and pull. Really kind of, again, feel like you're pulling something heavy. You're starting a lawnmower at a weird angle. And 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Take a quick break. We're halfway through this sequence. Next one, you're going to go out and in with the legs. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So I'm lifted and 1, 3, and 4, and 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 5 of the last one because I am dying here. Okay, the last one is down. And up. 2, 3, I'm feeling these. 4, and 5. Oh my goodness me. Oh, can we have a moment, please? Let's change sides. Okay, that was our moment. Woo. My excuse is I've already done a workout before this, so it is an excuse. Okay, so I've got the elbow directly under the shoulder. So the first one is just the leg going down and up with the bicep. Then the second one is pull and pull. Good luck, team. Up we go, let's do it. So 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6, this is hard going, 7, 9 and 10. Now we pull. 1 and 2. So put some force into the pull. 5, 6, 8, 9, and the rest is basically for me because I need it for a moment. Whew. So we're pulling the knee in and the elbow towards the knee. Here we go. And 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, come back down, and 10. So 5 times, because I'm dying right now. We go. Up and down. 2 and down. Last one. 5. Ah. Ha. We made it. Just look at the time. Yes, we're good. Okay. Almost there. Phew-wee. Okay. So it's gonna be a little bit of standing up. I think we're gonna finish quite early today, actually. So what can we pop in? If we finish a little bit early, I'll finish with some stretches. But meanwhile, now I've got my breath, up we go. Into a standing position. And I'm bringing my weights along with me. So there's a little bit of balance involved for the next one. Whew. Okay, so I've got the arms above my head in a moment. That might disappear off screen, but arms above head. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, little lunge, both legs to 90 degrees, so I'm just demoing here. And then the knee comes up and you slightly flex the spine, and again you're pulling and throwing forwards. I will very slightly tilt the camera. So my feet might disappear, but I think you know where my feet are. So legs are going to 90 degrees. Leave some space in front of you actually, because there's going to be some forward lunges as well. All right, here we go. So I'm coming down, both legs 90 degrees, and 1, 2, 3, and throw. 1, 2, 3, and throw. We're doing 5, 2, 3. You can see I am struggling with my balance. Woo! And last one. Hold this one here. Now it's going to go into a lunge. Forwards and lift. 4 more. Make sure the front leg goes to 90 degrees. 3 and 2. Whoops. And 1. Yay, let's change sides. Okay, good luck. This is likely to be my worst side if that's such a thing. So both legs at 90 degrees, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and throw. 3. Surprising, this one's better. And throw. And last one, hold it. And we go into our lunges. 5. So a bit of balance. My top tip for balance is just look at something that's not moving. And with 3. And 2. Woo! And 1. Yay! We made it. Okay. So, going into a side bend from here. I'm going to hold 1 weight because I think 2 is too many for this. So, cross your feet. I've got right leg crossed over and leaning left. Push the hips to the right and tilt to the left. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's change sides. So crossing left leg over right. I'm out of breath. And then tilt to the left. Sorry, to the right, my fault. Hips to the left. And I'm just peeking at the time. Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes on the clock left. That completes the weights workout, thank goodness. So we've just got a little bit of time to do a few nice stretches to finish. So bring it back to the mat. Going into a cat stretch here. So just let the tailbone tuck. And stick your bum in the air and lift. So tuck and lift. Just try 3 more of those. So I'm really trying to find, for me at least, the stretch between the shoulder blades, because my upper back is definitely quite achy right now. So there's the last one. And then you can just turn your head and try and tilt. See if you can see your own side, basically your own side of thigh. So I'm crunching to the side, looking towards my bum. And then crunching to the other side, looking towards my bum. And 2 more. Last one. From here, just taking one arm, thread it under. This arm is bent for now. And I kind of thread this one through, the one I'm wiggling, thread it through, but then I'm actively pulling backwards with my torso here to try and find a nice stretch, kind of along the edge of the shoulder blade of the bottom arm. So this is my left arm and it's my left shoulder blade. I can kind of feel the stretch around. I'm actively pulling away from the camera. And change sides. So pulling towards the camera this time, looking away. I can see all sorts of dust under these drawers, so that needs sorted out after this. Phew. If you turn to your side facing towards me, let's do front of thighs first. So you can be on your elbow or you can come all the way down. I think I'm going to come all the way down. Grab your foot, send your knees back, clench your bum and really push your hips forwards. This should get you in the front of the thigh of the top leg. So I'm pulling my heel to my bum, sending the hips forwards. And while we're here, just make sure this bottom leg's bent to a point that you're not going to fall over. Extend the leg up to the ceiling, pull it in with whatever's handy into a little side hamstring stretch. So it's an angle we don't often do, but it's a nice one. All right, change sides. I'm just going to turn my back on you guys. So again, I've sort of sent the knees backwards in line with the body. Heel to bum, clench your tailbone, or clench your bum, tuck your tailbone, should I say. My quads are just permanently sore. They seem to take over all my leg exercises. And then tuck the bottom leg, extend the top leg into a little kind of side hamstring stretch here. This one might make you look more flexible than you usually are, because you're bringing your hip flexors into it. So I think we have ticked all the boxes: forward bends, backward bends, twisty moves, core stability, side bends. If you turn onto your front this time, we're going to do this one twice. So my arm near the camera is out in a T shape, opposite leg curls backwards, and I'm rolling back towards this leg. Just place your neck wherever feels comfortable, and that should give you a little stretch in the front of the shoulder. Now it's stretching the muscle, although it feels like it's your shoulder, it's actually your pecs. So this one's going into your pec muscle. There are two pec muscles. There are major and minor. So roll out of this again. And the arm that you've got stuck out, just raise it a little bit so it's more, maybe slightly above the head. And come back. That will stretch the same area differently. It should feel different. Obviously, if anything's painful, don't do anything that hurts. All right, let's change sides. So arms in a T shape. And then I'm twisting back. So right now, the bottom arm, you can't see it, but it's in line with my shoulder, basically. Whereas the second time, it kind of comes to here. So stretching the front of the shoulder into the pecs. And then let's come back. So I'm moving the arm up slightly. You can't see my hand on screen, but I've moved it forwards a little bit and I've gone back into the stretch. Whew. And then finally, bring your way to a sitting position. We'll just stretch out the neck. Yeah, we've got 3 minutes left. So just sit nice and tall. Sit on something if it's more comfortable for you. If you're struggling to sit tall, drop your head to the side. If my head's on the screen going to the left, the right shoulder pushes down. This one's actually very nice if you've got a weight. I don't know where I've put mine. But if you do have a weight, it just pulls the arm down a little bit nicer. Nod your chin slightly. So keep riding down with this shoulder. And then let's change sides. So I'm dropping my head on camera to the right. Left shoulder is pushing down. So I hope you got a good workout there. I know I did. I was certainly feeling it by the end. Nod your chin down. And this one's actually a YouTube link, so that means it's permanent. So if you want to watch this again, 3 months down the line, you're looking at your weights going, oh, I might do this again. Then it's there forever, is this particular workout. Back to centre. Roll your way back up to standing. Keeping those knees soft on the way up. It's just better for the lower back. And when you get back to standing position, I have disappeared. If I keep going backwards, there I am. All right, inhale to shrug. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Let's just do a massive big in-breath. So breathing in, the arms go up onto your tippy toes. I'm disappearing out the screen. And that's okay. Breathing out, bring it back down, and we are finished. Yay! So I hope that was okay. Oops. And I will see you in person hopefully next week. So bye-bye. Thank you.